Everybody likes having fun, and if you clicked on this video, you probably like VRChat. So let me take you on a tour of some crazy awesome VRChat game worlds that I don't think get enough attention. Price Guess is a game where you're shown an item from a random online store. Then your job is to guess the value of the item more accurately than anyone else playing the game. The closer you are to the actual price, the more points you get, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. This world is a ton of fun, and one cool thing about it is that it lets you guess in different currencies, so if you're not from the US, don't worry. Bloxorz is an incredible nostalgic trip for anyone who remembers playing on coolmathgames.com at school. This is a puzzle game based on an old Flash game that was super widely known, and you have to strategically flip it and roll it around all the way to this exit hole without falling off the platform. It's easy at first, but it gets tricky fast. I'm actually so happy someone decided to remake this in VRChat. I want to quickly mention that while I was making this video, I tried to pick out some really cool worlds that fall under a bunch of different genres to make sure that I have something in this video for everyone. Prompt or Die is actually a world that my friend showed me recently, and all I can say is that it's incredibly well made. The basic premise of this game is one player picks between two different prompts, and all of the other players have to pick between pre-selected answers that they think fit the best. Very simple. There's a few versions of the game that you can select from, but my favorite has to be the meme one. Dead Men Walking is another awesome game by Jar that plays very similarly to Call of Duty Zombies. Hit zombies, get points, buy better weapons, open doors, and open up the map to try and get to the highest round you possibly can. This game is especially fun with friends as the difficulty curve between rounds ramps up fast, and having extra firepower helps out a lot. Bummer IO is very similar to a lot of classic IO type games. Grab more things, get bigger. In this game, your goal is to collect the most things to get the biggest, but watch out for other players who can use these grenades to eliminate you and take all of your things. Also, you can pick up 3 of these other things, and you can get an airstrike to make it much easier to take out other players and take all of their things. DrawBridgeVR is easily one of the most unique VRChat worlds I've ever seen. In this world, you have 20 different levels to complete. To complete these levels, you have to use this screen to draw the bridges that you need in order to collect the key and get it to the chest. It's a super simple concept that goes a long way in VRChat, especially when it's this thought out. I definitely recommend having at least 2 players for this game because then you can have one person running around and one person drawing the bridges. 2D Controller is an awesome VRChat proof of concept world that allows players to experience VRChat from a different point of view. This allows you to experience VRChat as if it was a 2D platformer, and it feels a little wonky at first, but I got used to it pretty fast. This world does have 3 complete levels and a bunch of coins to try and collect, but honestly, stuff like this is just kind of mind-blowing to me. Surf Udon is the perfect game for people who love Counter-Strike and VRChat. Although it does work slightly different from Counter-Strike surfing, it is the same concept. There's currently 5 stages for you to learn, optimize, and compete for the best time in the lobby. Also, they have knives you can spin. Murder 3 is the now mostly forgotten prequel of Murder 4, but I definitely still think it holds up. It has different weapons, tools, and a whole different map that changes the way the game is played completely. Honestly, if you love Murder 4 but you're getting a little bored of it, definitely try this one out with your friends. VRWare is a lot like a WarioWare type of game. Fast-paced minigame after minigame. And here there's a ton of variety between minigames. Taking pictures of other players, shooting targets, dodging lasers, avoid being spotted by cameras, playing pool, eating chips, and so many other challenges. Compete with your friends to see who can be the best at these random silly tasks. ZoomBox is another world that I almost never see anybody in, which is super unfortunate because I personally love this game. You start by seeing a picture that's so zoomed in you can't tell what it is. But it slowly zooms out, and the faster you can tell what it is and guess correctly, the more points you get. This is one of those games that works kind of like a game show as they have buzzers and a judge, but honestly I think a format like this works really well for this game. And last but not least in this video is Instagib Tournament. Inspired by Unreal Tournament, this is a fast-paced, one-shot, one-kill FPS game. This game doesn't have a whole lot of variety, but it is fun and you always know what you're gonna get. One thing I do like about this game is it makes everybody's hitboxes the same regardless of your avatar size to keep it fair. No cheating with tiny avatars here.